Hello, my name's Keshia McEntire. My pen name is KRS McEntire, and today I'm going to be reading an excerpt of my new release, That Girl Who Ran Off and Kissed a Vampire. It's a YA portal fantasy, and I will be reading from Chapter 7. Chapter 7, Raven. The first thing I noticed when I came to was that the air smelled smoky and sweet. It held hints of honey and blooming wildflowers with an earthy undertone, grounding the sweetness in a rich, loamy scent. This was a vast, wild sweetness. It was unlike the manufactured candied smells found in the town sweet shops or the woodsy smell of the forest surrounding my town. I didn't open my eyes, not quite yet. With my eyes shut and my body still, the heat of what must be a campfire warmed my skin. For a moment, I felt peaceful as I listened to the crackle and pop of burning branches and breathed in the woody aroma. Then I started to remember. Despite the pounding in my head, fragments of memory clawed their way to the surface. I remembered my car skidding out of control, then the crash. My breath hitched as the chilling memory of the shadowy figure emerged. Someone had moved towards me, deliberate and hurried, just before everything went black. A shiver raced down my spine. Was danger nearby? If so, I needed to get away, and fast. I opened my eyes, half expecting to be locked in a burning cage with a murderer right outside. Instead, it was night, and I was in the midst of a field of beautiful, dreamy wildflowers. The smallest of the flowers were at least 2 feet tall, and the tallest would have reached to my shoulders if I had been standing. Their petals were bright purple and gold, and they seemed to shimmer and glow in the moonlight. When I looked up at the night sky, a gasp escaped me. It wasn't its usual deep blue-black, but a stunning otherworldly shade of purple. Stars glittered above, but they were scattered in unfamiliar patterns, their constellations foreign to me. A pair of large yellow orbs were hanging in the sky, their warm glow spilling over the dark forest. 2 moons. 2 freaking moons. What the hell was going on? I had to be dreaming. This couldn't possibly be real. I was resting on a rough texture blanket. My whole body ached. I touched my sore forehead. Then I peeked beyond the campfire, around a makeshift campground. The campsite seemed plucked from a bygone era. To my right was a small brown tent made of plain, undyed canvas and wool supported by wooden poles. The campfire flickered in front of me, with 2 logs positioned near the fire, seemingly placed as makeshift seats. Perched above the fire was a metal pot with something brewing inside, and there were 2 bowls on the ground, waiting to be filled. As I took in the scene, I noticed the tent, the pot, and the blanket were all handmade, with no logos or brands in sight. I wasn't alone in my dream. Across from the fire, my eyes fell on a familiar face. Good morning, little bird. It was Hunter, his odd accent stranger than usual, and his band tee replaced by strange old-fashioned clothes. A loose linen shirt with sleeves that billowed slightly, and a leather belt that held up pants made of rut-spun fabric. He looked as if he was dressed to act in a play. As he looked at me, his back rested casually against a tree near the campfire. "Why are you in my dream?" I mumbled, my mind still foggy. "And why are you dressed like a weirdo?" "Nice to see you too," he chuckled, and I was happy to get out of those blasted earth clothes. He was peering over at me with that handsome, crooked smile, the kind that can make anyone forget how to breathe. Excitement flickered in his gaze as if he were happy to have me here with him. Unfortunately, my body didn't respond with the dreamy sighs I might have imagined in another lifetime. Instead, panic hijacked my entire system. My heart pounded, my palms turned clammy, and an uncomfortable heat crept up my neck. My stomach twisted itself into a nervous knot as I forced a smile. I didn't want to show fear, not until I figured out where I was and how I'd gotten here. I sat up on the blanket and looked around the strange flowers and sky. This wasn't reality. It couldn't be. This was definitely a dream. That certainty washed away the edge of panic that gripped me. A deep breath, and then another, and I felt a hint of composure return. Why are you touching your head? Did you bump it? Hunter approached. The urge to run away returned, but his kind and concerned smile convinced me to stay still. He reached out and rested a hand on my head, and once again I was struck by the coolness of his touch. It was strange. I couldn't recall ever dreaming of such vivid sensations, especially temperature. The chill of his hand against my skin was oddly soothing. Without thinking, I leaned into it. His eyes softened and the corners of his lips curved into a gentle smile. Thanks for reading with me today. To find out what happens next in That Girl Who Ran Off and Kissed a Vampire, you can find this book on all major retailers online, or learn more about it at krsmcentire.com. You can also follow me on social media at krsmcentire.
Mirror Indie.